Of course, it is Friday, everybody, so that means we're going to continue our ongoing series telling you about the Department of Integrated Services with individuals with disabilities and how they can help our island community. Now, of course, Alvin Ancheta is back, and we are talking about rights and responsibilities of clients when they are going through vocational rehab. So, Alvin, half a day and welcome back.
Hi, half a day again.
Okay, so specifically, what are the rights and responsibilities of someone? And we've talked about like how clients go through an assessment phase, and then once they determine that they are eligible, then they begin the placement process. Is that true?
Yeah, after the assessment phase and they become eligible for services, they are going to be informed, of course, of their eligibility, and the counselor that is assigned to that specific client will have a meeting to be able to discuss what we call as an individualized plan for employment, an IPE. What it is it's basically a written contract of what will the agency, what DVR will do, what services will be provided to them, and of course, it's also a document that involves them because they will be informed of what services is there, and at the same time also, they have to determine what employment goal they want to pursue. And it's signed by the counselor, the client, and of course, the administrator of the program to be able to start off with all of the services. Now, with regards to the rights and responsibilities of each of the client, the most important thing that we will be able to provide them is that there's a right for them to be able to apply for services. If you're an individual with a disability, you have every right to apply for our services, and we will help you to determine if you will qualify for our services or not. If you do not qualify, we still would inform you of the reasons why you did not qualify for our services. Second, all of the documents and even the communications that we have with each of our clients is always going to be held in confidentiality. So documents that will be released coming out from the doctor, that is basically confidential information about what their disability is, communications with regards to how everything that we have talked about during our interviews and our meeting, those are things are really held into confidentiality. We don't release it automatically to any person. And even if we do release it, there has to be a written and signed consent from the client that he is allowing to release those information.
So even like diagnoses or
even diagnoses,
treatment plans and like things like that.
Even the services that we provide, we don't automatically release it also to other individuals also, even if it's their relative.
Very good.
Yes, and also if this person is in need, because sometimes if the disability or in situations wherein communication can become a barrier with regards for them to understand how the program works, especially if you're a person who is hearing impaired or you're more attuned with using another language, or you need a sign language interpreter for you to be able to understand what we're talking about, then we provide that accommodation to you to be able for you to understand what the program works. So if the client is a client with a hearing impairment, we will provide an interpreter for them, or maybe to help them with regards to assistive technology. Now, if the person is needing, there's a language barrier and he speaks of another language, then we have to have an interpreter on that specific language that she is comfortable in doing, and we help her so that she understands the program well also.
It is truly a full spectrum of services that you provide, again, to make sure that you can get persons with disabilities back into the workforce, very productive.
Yes, because in the ultimate goal of the vocational rehab program is really to have these individuals, irregardless of what their disability is, to become productive members of society. Because if they have a job, their self-worth and self-confidence increases. They are going to become good members of society. They will benefit from the programs that we serve, and it would help them also for their families and their self, because if you have work, you're financially more stable to be able for you to make decisions on your own.
Absolutely.
Yes.
So it's a very virtuous cycle.
Yes.
All right. Well, we thank you as always for the information, and we'll see you next week.
Thank you.
All right. Please stay tuned, everyone. We're back after this.